Amid that backlash, Senate Democrats are already proposing an overhaul of the 6-week-old controversial bail reform law, which could abolish cash bail completely and give judges even more discretion when deciding if a potential criminal can be released long before their trial. Even
fear-mongering to try to go after our people right now.
Nearly a dozen lawmakers took to the so-called million-dollar stairs at the Capitol in Albany Wednesday, pushing back towards the group of Senate Democrats who plan to amend the bail law that went into effect on January 1st.
Changes the power structure.
The opposition comes after those senators reportedly met behind closed doors over the past few weeks with police officers, attorneys, and criminal justice advocates to begin legislation on the overhaul. State Senator James Gorin of Long Island says the proposed changes would help strengthen the criminal justice system.
It will eliminate cash bail altogether, but it will give judicial discretion to judges so that they can make a decision as to whether or not they believe it's necessary that individuals be remanded, especially when we're dealing with very serious crimes.
Gorin says some of the highlights under the proposed new plan, all misdemeanors, except for certain hate and sex crimes, would no longer be subject to bail requirements. Any crime involving a fatality would be eligible for remand, even if it involved murder. And when it comes to prosecutors turning over discovery evidence, this compromise would give them more time.
We're looking to give them additional times, but also to really clarify the situation, both for prosecutors and judges.
But members of the state assembly are still pushing back. Assemblyman Michael Blake, who was at the forefront of a protest Wednesday in Albany, calls the proposed overhaul racist, saying this 73-day-old law hasn't even been given a chance.
I think the core reason why we're having all these challenges is that law enforcement want to see changes. And the reality is Black and brown communities have waited for far too long for justice. And the amount of money you have in your pocket should not determine your justice.
Both Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio also support the amended changes to the law. De Blasio, in fact, blamed the recent uptick in crime last month here in the city to the current criminal justice laws. Assemblymember Blake says that's nonsense.